Welcome back, everybody. On deck today for review, we got something a little bit different. This one's going to be the Browning Citori. This one here is the micro version with the 13-inch length of pull. And we'll keep putting a few rounds through it, and I'll let you know what I think about it at the end. When the Citori line was first introduced in 1973, one of the things a lot of folks had questions about was whether or not the Japanese gun makers were going to be able to produce these guns and the quality that they expected from their Browning over-under shotguns. Well, I think over the last 40 years that those fears have been put to rest. These guns are obviously very well made, look great, and perform equally great. Both the stock and forend on this model are done in satin walnut finish, so if you take a look at it here, you can see there is a little bit of a shine to it, but it's not very glossy. It's kind of a personal preference thing. For those of you guys that are going to be using this as a field gun, that may be preferred over a high gloss. You can also see on here there's nice checkering on the grip here, as well as on the forend. Gives you a good purchase of that gun when you're swinging it. On the top of the shotgun, you'll notice nice checkering all the way down to the bead. That way you won't have any glare coming off the top of the gun if you're out there shooting on a nice sunny day. Looking down the barrel there, you'll notice the chrome lining in there. That's obviously for increased durability as well as resistance to corrosion. The barrels lock up and close via a traditional underlug and bolt, and that locking bolt there is tapered, so that way over time as you use it, it stays strong and stays tight. As you see there, the gun will accept both 2 3/4 shells and 3-inch shells. The safety on this gun is on the rear tang, which is actually my preferred location. Very easily actuated, has nice positive clicks. You can go ahead and select which barrel you want to fire first, and also safe to fire very easily and a nice positive click, so there's no mistakes. As the title of this video indicates, this is obviously the micro version of the Citori line. A couple things that's going to indicate to you is one, going to be the barrel length. This one here is a 26-inch barrel, but some of the micros also have 24. Obviously a little bit shorter than the standard 30-inch, or maybe even longer that some of the other Citori guns out there are going to offer. The other big difference between this and your standard Citori line is going to be the length of pull in the stock. This length of pull here is 13 inches and versus the standard 14 inches. Now, I'm 6 feet tall, as a lot of you guys know, and when I go ahead and shoulder the weapon and look down it, the length of pull for me is probably a little bit short. That said, the gun is obviously optimized for folks that are probably maybe 5'8" and under, whether they be female shooters, short-statured males, or children. Now, if you're looking to buy a gun for the whole family, and say you're like me and you're 6 feet tall, but you want to have your wife out there, your kids out there shooting a gun, generally speaking, it's easier for a larger person to adapt to a shorter length of pull than it is for a shorter person to adapt to a larger length of pull. So if you're out there looking for one gun for your entire family, this might be one you want to take a look at. The micro line, I should say. Other important things to cover about this gun is the cost. Over-under shotguns are kind of like 1911s. I know a lot of my audience may not be too familiar with the over-under shotguns because I don't do a lot of skeet shooting on the channel. I obviously didn't do any of this video because it's kind of hard to film it. But anyway, back on topic. Over-under shotguns are kind of like 1911s. There are plenty of models out there that'll come in right around $400 to $500. Generally speaking, they'll work okay, but long-term you might run into some issues. Same way here. This gun's going to be anywhere from, if you look online and kind of follow the sales, anywhere from $1,200 to $1,600. It's a lot of money. There's no getting around it. But these are sort of heirloom guns, at least the way I look at them. They will outlast you, probably outlast your kids, and may even get down to your grandkids if you take care of them and maintain them. They are built like tanks. The actions, they lock up solid, and they will over time. You can keep doing that over and over and over again. They don't loosen up. They're just built extremely, extremely well. But as always, guys, if you have any questions about this shotgun, anything else I review here on the channel, you can feel free to post below in the comments section. If you guys don't have a YouTube account and you can't post below, you can also post over at my Facebook page. I'll do my best to get back to you and answer any of those questions. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I hope to see you in the next video.